Shalom. First off, I like to say, Kal Halal, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rahwah Kodesh, the water Yahweh, the giving us Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who have the 100% spirit of Yahweh Bahashim in them. Double honors to the bishops, CT elders of GMS, our big brothers. Greetings and salutations to the brothers in this country and all over the world who are prophesying in the true name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, which is none other than the power of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and anybody who are descendants from those people on their father's side. Shalom to those who are scattered abroad. Shalom to the Akim and the Akwath. I'm your Iquab, Lord willing, serving the King of the universe. All right, in the title of the show, as you see in the thumbnail, you got vocab there, and basically it's how to spot a government informant. How to spot a government informant, right? And I have an article. Really, at the end of the day, I'm inspired by, of course, Yahweh Shai, Lord alone through the Spirit, and this is a response kind of to vocab and anybody who follows suit like him, because we, of course, have sellouts in this truth of ours, other false camps, whether it be IUIC, Sakari, IUCPK, may have sincere members and things like that, but the heads of those guys, in my humble opinion, I believe they're total government informants and sellouts, right? But, so this is going to target them, but vocab is the guy of the week, or guy of the week. So, we're going to focus on that. But really, like I said, inspired by the Spirit of Yahweh Shai, and vocab made a video going into, I think a week ago, saying that his title was How to Spot a Hebrew Israelite. So my response is how to spot a government informant, an agent, all right? And I believe, brother, on one of the posts recently, within a few weeks, I know it was within this month, that that vocab he openly admitted that he was a Jesuit priest, okay? Which the Jesuit priest, they're one of the, those guys are really up there as far as insiders, so to speak. And they, they wear black and red. Okay, that's one of their key colors. Before I even go into that, but basically, just want to go into, I have an article that I want to read and how to spot a government informant, whether it be, of course, FBI, CIA, whatever have you, right? How to spot that. I have an article on it I want to read. And I do want to play a quick video that I'm going to put in the description box. I'm going to put the article in the description box, and I want to, and I'm going to put it's a site called Industry Hoax. I suggest brothers watch that. I can watch that to be put up, on another level as far as understanding, man. It's like taking another level of a red pill. I mean, we know what we know through the Spirit of Yahweh Shai, but this reveals even more of what we already know to another degree, so it's a great channel. I haven't seen something in a while on there, but it's a great channel, man. So what I'm first going to do is play the first like 3 minutes of it, and I want you to see if you recognize somebody, all right, in the clip that I'm about to show, all right. And I was surprised to see him as well when I first saw this video, like last year. All right, but again, the title of the show is How to Spot a Government Informant, which we believe vocab is, definitely, because this guy is so obsessed about, kind of setting us, the people who represent the truth of the Bible, the truth of Yahweh Shai upon his people, the nation of Israel, and the apostles on down, trying to put us in a bag of, or a category, paint us with a wide brush about who we are, whether it be using the term black, which we're not black. If you look at the 12 tribes chart, right, 75% of the nation of Israel, right, how should I, 75% of the nation of Israel, three quarters of the nation of Israel is so-called Latino or Native Americans. All right, only 1/3 of the nation of Israel is technically so-called black. All right, so this is by far not a black thing, and furthermore, like, he knows, but he has to follow his hireling orders. He's trying to push this whole thing that where this truth is for everybody and things like that, right? And that always trying to focus on the term black. But anyway, I'm talking a little too much. And then, of course, I want to finish up with the scripture that I found in the Sirach that I believe, goes into vocab in the spirit, man. Spirit tells us to beware of people like this, all right? And why is it important? Because obviously, the scriptures say, mark that perfect man, right? We got to be taught the right way, right? We got to be taught by teachers, like Hebrews, the 5th chapter. So this guy calls himself a teacher, calls himself representing the Lord, whatever have you. This guy's a false leader, a false prophet. And furthermore, I truly believe for the longest that this guy is a government informant. He's an influencer. He's also an agent, And someone could confirm on the comment board, I believe he even admitted himself that he was a Jesuit priest, and that also he's an Amalekite, all right? Now, real quick on the Jesuit priest point, before I show this, let me go to, Apostle the Hearest. Oh, no. Okay. Let me go to his page real quick. And I just want to show this point on him being a Jesuit priest, which is funny. A little strange why he used these particular colors. Real quick, I just want to show it real quick. Let me get it, the video. So I think I can pull up the video. Hold on, Akim, Salak. I just had it. Alright, I'm about to get it right now. I'm on Apostle's Heart's page now. Matter of fact, let me put it right here. Okay, let me just show this point about him being a Jesuit priest. He used these awkward colors for a video. I think it's in, I noticed it when I was looking at Apostle's Heart's show a few days ago. I just want to show this real quick. I think it was, might have been this one. Okay. No, it's not this. Let me look at the history real quick. Okay, it was this one. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is from like a week ago, a little bit over a week ago. Now, this is what I'm talking about here. If you can see that there, right? Hebrew Israelism now infecting Tuscan, Arizona. He calls it as us, or this truth an infection, right? We'll see, my man. Helping the church understand the problem. Now you see vocab known. He's wearing all black, all right? His name is in red. And you see it says, learn about one of the fastest growing groups in America, the Black Hebrew Israelites. See, that's a code for the government, the CIA or the FBI. They label us as black, and that's in part of Project Megiddo, okay? Black Hebrew Israelites, man. We're not black at all, man. There's no such thing. All right, that's a negative stigma, man. But yet again, he keeps pushing his black thing. And he knows damn well this is not about being black, man. It's about being the chosen and woken up by the Spirit of the Lord, if we're the elect. Anyway, so you see right there, just wanted to point that out. It's black and red, rising black and red, and why is he wearing all black, right? That's what the witches and warlocks wear. And like I said, he admitted, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, he said that he was a Jesuit priest, and those dudes are big in assassination attempts, whatever have you. All right, and there was another dream a brother had of him being in a dream, you know, and in a dream, and being a part of it. The dream was something like he was carting the chosen people of the Lord into a concentration camp, like he tricked people into getting into a concentration camp, you know, because this is all building up to persecution for the Lord's prophets, man. And also in that video which I just showed, he also put up the monochronoto, which is basically a Baphomet sign. You know, I'm not gonna do it, you know, I don't feel comfortable doing it, but he put up this sign, you know what I mean? Doesn't mean, you know, it's not a big deal if I do it, but he put up the monochronoto. That's the Baphomet signal, and Apostle Harsh pointed that out in the show. So that's another sign he can be an insider, man. Okay. Now it's 10 minutes, so let me just play. Let me just play this video real quick. It's about 3 minutes. I'm gonna play. Just want to show you this real quick, and you tell me who you notice in this video. Put the volume up a little. All right, just gonna play like 3 minutes. Oh, this is from Industry Hoax. Like I said, I'll put this in the description. And this title is called How Everything is Faked. Man, it's one of the best breakdowns of what the society is I've seen. And it's powerful, man. And it goes in basically a psyop, you know what I mean? And government influencers and stuff like that. And government informants. All right, so let's play.
This man is the expert on the subject. His name is Leo Hamilton, and he is a lieutenant colonel in the United States Army. Earlier today, he was designated the Psychological Operations Staff Officer Advisor. Soon, with the other officers on the advisory team, he will be flying to Hostland. In the area of psychological operations, PSYOP, Colonel Hamilton qualifies as a veteran with considerable field experience. Now he is building on that knowledge, supplementing it with specifics concerning Hostland, its geography, its economy, its governmental structure.
Where your shipping address types itself. Where all your tabs go.
Above all, he is concerned with its people, their way of life, their religion, their culture, their sense of national identity, or lack of it. He must know the people of Hostland, for their minds will be his primary objective.
For their minds will be his primary objective.
As promised by the ambassador, a team of American military advisors arrives in Hostland just a few days after that country's official request for assistance. Their initial destination is the United States Embassy, and they are met by a representative of the military attaché. Like the others on the team, Colonel Hamilton has come to his assignment well prepared, but he still faces many hours of additional study and research before he can begin to initiate a PSYOP program. At the embassy, he meets with the local United States Information Service representative for a briefing on all programs that may be already underway in Hostland. He reviews the psychological objectives the United States hopes to achieve in Hostland, objectives based on official U.S. foreign policy. Confers with the chief of the United States Agency for International Development. This knowledge is of vital significance, for his efforts must harmonize all other American activities within Hostland. Writers and publishers. Farmers.
I don't wear masks.
And religious leaders.
church tells its parishioners, no vaccine, no service for you.
Each will have a perspective that is peculiar to his own particular group. Problems, real or imagined, will come to the fore. This face-to-face, eye-to-eye confrontation with the population provides the PSYOP officer with a tool that is essential to his job. Insight, a look into the minds of a people, a working knowledge of their individual and group needs, attitudes, and ambitions.
I execute judgment on you, COVID-19. I demand a vaccination to come immediately.
Yes.
The mighty
Hallelujah. Glory.
of peace, who is also the Prince of War.
That's a devil, man.
As with most countries that find themselves in the midst of a communist-inspired insurgency, Postland has a population with a doubtful sense of national unity. Postland does have problems. Economic,
Keep your eyes open,
social,
keep your eyes
and
open.
emotional. And subversive insurgents are always aware of them, always ready to promise instant solutions for the price of revolution.
I told you guys, get your popcorn, right?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who's that? Who's
In
that?
the more urban areas, where there is instant
All right,
solutions
who's that? Who's
for
that?
the price of revolution.
I told you guys, get your popcorn, right?
All right, so you already know who that is. Like I said, when I saw this video about maybe 6-7 months ago, I was kind of like, oh shit. Now we know about Polite and what he's about and what he represents, that African unconscious bullshit. But this guy's an influencer, man. It just says here, media plant, government influencer. Basically a goddamn informant and an influencer, right? He set up a sellout. Now we know he's a sellout, but I never knew he was a government like influencer, you know, and he's planted to do so, you know. So I just wanted to show that, and if that's the case, then you know vocab is and others like him, all right. And just wanted to show that part real quick, all right. Government influencer, man. So we get the point on that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read the article, but let's type in what a media plant government influencer means. Okay, I'm gonna go to Google. Just type it in real quick. Okay, government plant media influencer. See what comes up. So here's one. It says U.S. turns to social media influencers to boost vaccine rates. Okay. So again, whatever the government wants to push on the citizens, they'll use a hired media, all right, a media plant, like we just saw there, yours truly, Polite, to push forth their agendas. And Polite's all about, you know, it's, you know, he's a fraud, you know, stealing money and telling people to live a prosperous life and live in a big life and living in mansions, and you know, that's his whole goal, you know. But that's definitely not what truth is about. Overall, the truth of Yahweh Shemai Shai. Scripture says you're supposed to hate your life, all right, unto death, right? Because we know this life is consistent as body, like we always bring out, is wicked, man. This is a capsule of sin. Why would you join body that's a capsule of sin, right? This is for our punishment, not to ruin the society, man. Right, so just wanted to get that real quick. Can you be? Let me see what else I can find. Disinformation for hire. A shadow industry is quietly booming. See what this says. New York Times, disinformation for hire, and shadow industries quietly booming. Okay, well that's nothing really there. Can you be a social media influencer in the government? Let's see what this one says. All right. Well, we already proved the point there. I just wanted to show that, you know, that clip of we know who that is. Okay. Let me see. Let me see if I can find one more thing, a little more juice, you know, a little more juice in that. One more thing before I read the article. Slakaki, one more thing, hold up. Okay, so that was it with that. Now let's move on to the article, and again, check out that industry hoax is really based upon hip hop. You know what I mean? How hip hop is basically fake as hell, exploiting, like, you know, fake hip hop rappers, man. You know, going into the whole creation of it, the industry, and how the government and the powers that be, which are the elite banking families and certain record labels, you know, it's a pure hoax. Even down to the artists, they're all fake. Their background's fake. One of the main people that it really concentrates on is Tupac. You know, Tupac was a flaming Skittles package, man. All right, supremely gay, and you know, he was advertised as the toughest dude, toughest thug, whatever, and known the man. You know, but this guy was a fairy man, a sweet fairy man, very sugary man. All right, now let's go to this article. Then I want to finish off the script. All right, this is called Crimeth Inc. Matter of fact, I'll put it here so we can read together. Okay. Okay. Now I typed in how to spot a government informant, right? And this is what came up. It says, is she or he an informant? Now, you know, we'll just say he, you know, going back to vocab, or anybody who follows suit like him. Like, I believe, you know, Sakari out of, you know, Alizé, you know, out of Sakari, definitely believe he's one. Okay. Nathaniel. And we're going to read these checkpoints, and people should pop in your head. It said a 10-point checklist. It says a group of people who have been directly harmed by informative, provocative, have put together this checklist. Okay. Provocative means, let's get that real quick. Hold up. Let's get that. Oh, okay. Serving or attending to provoke, excite, or stimulate. There was a better definition I saw. It means basically someone who's annoying. I don't know. It's not coming up now. Oh, there we go. Okay, yep, here we go. It says here, you see? Oh, hold up. It says causing annoyance. Now come on. You can't tell me, or you can't tell us, right, that vocab's not annoying, right? Causing annoyance, anger, or another strong reaction, especially deliberately, all right? A provocative article. Synonyms: annoying, irritating, exasperating, infuriating, provoking, maddening, goading, vexing, right? Vocab, you know, labels us as a rapist, you know what I mean? Which is that's a total devil move, man. We're totally not in that category, man, at all, man. All right. We teach about what the rape word means, which is to seize, right? But, you know, definitely that's not who we are at all, man, or what this truth is about. You know, next thing you know, he's probably going to label us terrorists or whatever have you. Probably is already, right? But that's definitely defines vocab, this right here, an annoyance, right? Someone who rattles things up. What else did it say there? He provokes, irritating, right? That's vocab. So again, a group of people who have been directly harmed by an informative or annoying or provocative have put together this checklist, all right? Drawing a personal experience as well as those of other activists and information from informant provocateurs who have gone public. We hope you can learn from this damage that has already been done so these people can be stopped before they are able to harm you. And like I said, it was a brother, I don't know who, I forget, but brother had a dream that brothers were in a concentration camp, and who was coming out was Vocab Malone. He was coming out basically tricking people to going into the concentration camp. Like he was responsible for brothers getting locked up, so to speak. Right? So, you know, his thing is to cause harm unto us, man. When you go to the public and say we're rapists and whatever have you, you know, and lie on us, you know, he's causing harm. You know, he's the type of guy who stand over one of our dead bodies, man. You know. Anyway, it says here are 10 warning signs. Remember, this is from a group of people who have been directly harmed and put this information together. So it says 1. It says something feels off, right? Something about them just doesn't line up. Their stories about their activist history or life history don't ring true, right? At this point, you need to run a background and criminal check. So, right, so somebody out there needs to run a background and criminal check on us dude now. I think the name of vocab has been revealed. All right, I forget, something Reisner or something like that. I forget his name. But, hey, let's run a background check on this guy, man. All right? He don't add up, right? It says at this point you need to run a background check, criminal background check. If you wait for all the other signs, it may be too late. This most obvious cause of serious concern is when someone shows up in an activist community, right? And they don't seem to have existed prior to that. That should be a deal breaker right off the bat. All right, so again, you have to look at a few things, that their story of how they became what they became. So that's what we got to look at with vocab or anybody else who follows suit. How did you become? How'd you become what you became? And if they came out of nowhere, and I believe vocab, he hit the scene in 2016, 2017. You know what I mean? Which is, you know, that's what, 5 years ago. Or 5-6 years ago. So he hasn't even been here in this truth, you know, or doing what he's doing for not even a decade, not even 7 years. All right, it was about 5 years. Okay, 5-6 years. This guy came out of nowhere. Okay, so that's a telltale sign right there. Okay, another one that says, despite the misgivings of some members, right, or not only him, but anybody like that, people coming out of nowhere and just have no history of this. You gotta, look at that. Anyway, another sign, it says 2. Despite the misgivings of some members, the individual quickly rises to a leadership position. He eagerly takes credit for actions in the media and begins to promote himself. Right? That's true. We got people like that. Obviously, he's a leader of his little movement. You got, I'm going to keep mentioning his name, Alizé. You know, this guy was part of GMS camp. He got kicked out real early when he got in. I think under 2 years, he was already out of there, you know. He went to one camp, I think in Seattle. I'm not sure the whole story. Got kicked out of that, all right? And I think that was the second camp he went to. And then he started doing his own thing. So maybe after 2 times getting kicked out of 2 camps, maybe they came knocking on his door. And being a loser that he is, just like that loser in that movie, The Black Messiah, he don't give a damn about his people, man. Right? And it's obvious. So again, despite the misgivings of some members, the individual quickly rises to a leadership position, just like Alizé or Vocab or anybody, or any other. Nathaniel, all right, Gehenna, Comfy, right? All these gurus, Comfy, right? He eagerly takes credit for actions in the media and begins to promote herself. So, who's been in the media? We know that I think IOIC's been in the media. I think they were on BET or something like that. ICPK, Gehenna had a, I think 10, 15 years, 14, 12 years ago, something like that. He was in an article in a magazine, ICPK leader, right? You had, we'll just keep reading. Takes credit media and begins to promote himself. Works to become one of the faces of the organization and clearly wants to be a poster child for the group, attempting to brand their identity with the group's name, imagery, and identity. He likes getting photographed even when engaged in illegal activity, right? Right there, I'm thinking about Alizé, man, right? He clearly wants to be a poster child of the group like Alizé and his minions. And then it says attempting to brand their identity with the group's name, right? Guerrilla Hebrew, which is totally non-spiritual. Guerrilla means warfare, war tactic. It means war, literally war, okay? And then they sell shirts saying a proud Hebrew gun owner or something like that. I'm a proud Hebrew gun owner. They sell memorabilia like that, clothes like that. They have people having firearms and automatic weapons on standing posts at their camps, right? Because when shit's the fan, and as far as going after the people who represent Yahweh Shemai Shai, the truth, these guys are going to be the fall guys to make this truth look bad, all right? But that's all done by design anyway, by Yahweh Shemai Shai anyway, okay? Because we know that the Most High, Yahweh Shemai Shai, is not going to send the Lord back. There ain't going to be no chip, right? Without what? Without the persecution. The persecution is definitely prophecy. The Lord said himself we will be delivered on the judges to the judge's seat. All right, let's keep reading. So it says attempting to brand their identity, right? Like Sakari, they have brands. IUIC, they brand their stuff, they sell their items, imagery and identity, right? Getting photographed even when engaged in legal activity. So if you believe in this truth in the name of Yahweh Shemai Shai, you shouldn't be posing or taking pictures in any other false camps. Like, so, what's that dude? Damn, I just forgot his name. There's a picture that Alizé took a picture with, damn, yeah, of course. It'll come to me, man. That's Satan. I'm forgetting the name. That's Polite. What used to be Polite's right-hand man. He took a picture with, I'm going to kill myself when I see this video. Anyway, there's a picture that Alizé took a picture with the black conscious dude, man, who had, who partnered up with, who has these debates and the shows and has his wife on there with the big chest and talking to other dudes, having debates, you know what I mean? I can't believe I forgot his name, man. That's truly Satan right there. But anyway, okay, Alizé took a picture with this guy, man, having a debate with this dude. Okay. Again, this guy also was one-on-one with Polite. Okay. And if you believe in the spirit of the Lord, you shouldn't be having pictures with this guy, man, and be involved with people, with non-believers. That's illegal activity according to Yahweh Shemai Shai. All right. Next, it says photographs, actions. Oh, I think, remember, he went to one of his awards. Oh, God, I can't believe I forgot his fucking name, man. He took an award. He took an award from this man and was smiling with him with his red, rosy cheeks, happy as hell to take a picture with a non-believer. Anyway, 3, it says photographs, actions, meanings, and people that should not be photographed. Post photos of actions and meetings on social media, sites like Facebook, even tagging activists with their permission, without their permission, and in fact facilitating law enforcement surveillance. Right? He is a liar, just like Vocab. shows the signs of lacking ethics and lacking transparency with the rest of the group. Yeah, I think there was an incident with vocab and that dude, the fat dude in his group, the bigger dude who had we call him the Bruce Lee, had the Bruce Lee shirt on. Bigger dude, I think there was a video of him even cursing out vocab, saying he's a liar, a cheat, and all that kind of stuff, and he's not right. So there was infightings between vocab's own group, man. All right, so he's never really felt. You see him by himself all the time. I was there when he came to come visit the apostles, and I was reading for the apostles and a few other brothers. I was there when he came to out of nowhere and tried to debate with the apostles. All right, and how the hell did you get there? How did you get to the Dallas camp? How did you get to all these camps? How do you know where they were? And how, because that's an informant. You move like an informant, man. You move like a goddamn agent. And also, how did you come up with that number, the 2 million, 3 million, whatever million is, how many Hebrew Israelites are in the nation in Babylon or America? How'd you get that number? How'd you get that census? Only the government, FBI or CIA would have information like that. Project Megiddo, how'd you get that number? Anyway, 5, it says, he advocates for high-risk illegal action to people he should not trust while claiming to understand the importance of security. Right? He goads others to violent action, for example, by telling them they need to be warriors. Right? Think about Sakari with them guns. Upon reflection, the illegal actions in question often have no real purpose and will not advance the goals of the group in any meaningful way. The person generally has a very twisted perception of what it means to be a warrior. Right? All right. It says seeks internal rifts in community and exploits them. Yeah, that's what vocab does. He has a cycle of abuse with groups and individuals. Yes, that's what vocab does. Okay. It causes rift between people, right? You incite abuse with the groups, harassing men of the Lord, putting words in our mouth and lying on us, right? A honeymoon period followed by the manipulative abuser, a behavior followed by apologies and promise to do better. Then the cycle repeats. Okay. Now that's it for that. There's more points. I'll let you guys, read it. Here's another one. He is found lying about really serious things like identity. Yeah, we are the true Israelites, man, not you. You're lying about that. You're lying about, it says family, background, and race and ethnicity. Yeah, probably lying about who you are. Okay, so I think you get the point. Okay. Let me read this last thing here. Verse 10 10 it says, full admission, my name is blank and I was employed by agency. So yeah, one of his last steps, he will reveal himself. Like I said, I think brother just said that he was a Jesuit priest. Excuse me. And I was employed to infiltrate organization. A full admission of informant and provocateur status may include details of what the informant and provocateur received in exchange of their work, either the amount of money they were paid or the deal they got to be released from the prison to avoid prosecution for particular crimes. In some cases, the deal includes a future position with the law enforcement or intelligence agency that hired them. Okay. Says if a person meets any criteria beyond points 1 and 3, you shouldn't be working with them. Hopefully all points beyond number 1 will not even matter. All right. As you will have already cut ties with the person after this first red flag, regardless of whether we can prove someone is an infiltrator. Sorry, I have hiccups. If they display any problematic behavior described here, they shouldn't be party to anything sensitive in the first place. So yeah, through 1 and 3 was what? him coming out of nowhere, like he came out vocab in 2016, or anybody so-called leader, right, and them rising to a prominent position quickly, right, and being the face of their group. All right, now there's whole stuff here, much more stuff in this article. I'll put in the description. It's like I got hiccups now. Fucking hiccup demon. Now let me read this. Scripture for you. All right. Sirach. Now this is Sirach, chapter, got the Apocrypha, which is 13. I'm gonna start from 9. Excuse me. This burping demon, man. And basically this chapter deals with a rich and a poor man. You know, never really, scriptures warn you about being close to a rich man, you know, because rich hate the poor. Okay. But I'm going to start from verse 9. It points in verse 11. All right. It says, Sirach chapter 13, verse 9. It reads, it's like verse 8 says, beware that thou be not deceived and brought down in thy jollity. If thou be invited of a mighty man, withdraw thyself, and so much the more will he invite thee. Press thou not upon him, lest thou be put back. Stand not afar off, lest thou be forgotten. It says, affect not to be made equal unto him in talk, and believe not his many words. For with much communication will he tempt thee, and smiling upon thee will get out thy secrets. Okay? And when I hear that verse, I think about vocab, man, or anybody like that. Read that again, verse 11. Affect not to be made equal unto him in talk, and believe not his many words. Right? But don't believe these guys, all these false prophets, not only vocab, you know, polite himself, you know, all these other camps, don't believe their many words, man. Right? You guys speak with you by way of the scriptures, by way of prophecy. All right? That's what the truth is about. It says, for with much communication will he tempt thee, and smiling upon thee will get out thy secrets. All right? It says, but cruelly he will lay up thy words, and will not spare to do thee hurt, and to put thee in prison. You see? That's the point. But cruelly, just like the brother, I don't know who, but a brother said he had a dream, again, of brothers got locked up in a concentration camp, and it was, and basically, vocab was behind it. All right? There's another situation where vocab approaches the IUIC camp, and the first thing he says is, hey, is it true that you're gonna bash baby? You're gonna bash babies' heads into pieces? You're gonna bash babies' heads into pieces? Right? And the dumb IUIC member, fell for the bait. I was like, yeah, we're gonna dash their head into pieces. We're gonna dash your babies into pieces. You know, but I was off the show. Because all the news got to do is grab that clip and start, you know, trying to defame this truth, defame the truth and make us look bad, just from that one clip. All right, that one clip could get you in prison. So it says, but cruelly he will lay up thy words, and will not spare to do thee hurt, and to put thee in prison. Observe and take good heed, for thou walkest in peril of thy overthrowing. when thou hearest these things, awaken thy sleep. That's why Apostle R, he always says, vocab and other people like him, you're a clown, and we don't do it. That's why he don't want to talk to you, man. There's no sitting with a guy like you. And that devil, like I said, when I was there, he came up to see the apostles. He invited the apostles out for pizza and all that crap, Who knows, you might be, as a Jesuit priest, they kill people, they assassinate people. They might poison the pizza, poison the food. Anyway, it says, love the Lord all thy life, and call upon him for thy salvation. Every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor. All flesh consorteth according to a kind, and a man will cleave to his like. It says, what fellowship hath a wolf with the lamb? So the sinner with the godly. Okay? What agreement is there between a hyena and a dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor? All right, and that's pretty much the point, right? These people are damn wolves in sheep clothing, and we are the true lambs of the Lord, the true humble lambs of Yahweh Shai. And how do you know? Because we prophesy, we break down the scriptures. We warn you about the MOTB, the mark of the beast, World War III, the chariots of the Heavenly Father, the Israelites being scattered abroad. We go into the history by slavery. We bring you the truth of Yahweh Shai, man. All right, we confess the name of Yahweh Shai, and waken up our people to the Spirit of Yahweh, the Holy Spirit. Right, so how can we liken onto a hyena-like vocab or any other dummies like that, right? And what's the lamb and what's a sinner with a godly? All right, we're not sinners here, man. We follow the laws to the best of our ability, which is ultimately by faith of our King Yahweh Shai. All right, and doing his work and prophesying. So again, another long one. But again, just wanted to get that out. Again, like I said, I'll post this article in the description. I'll post the video, industry hoax, in the description. Please take a look at that, man. And what else? That's pretty much about it, man. At the end of the day, Esau has a bunch of hirelings and hitman sellouts to try to make this world look bad. But we all know, like, people like vocab, people like polite, people like Alizé out of Sakari, or whatever have you, Gehenna, Nathaniel out of IUIC, they're all hired and sellouts to bring in that persecution, man. All right? Because that persecution is coming. You see what happened to Alex Jones, another controlled opposition. So, I hope this video brought awareness. And again, how to spot a government informant. All right. So with that, I would like to say, Kalahal Yahweh by Shemai Shai by Shem Kokadash, the water, Yahweh for giving us Yahweh Shai, double honesty. Apostles of GMS, double honors to the seed tellers of GMS, the bishops, and shalom to you brothers in this country and all over the world, prophesying the true name of Yahweh Shemai Shai. Shalom.